Cheggers. Even the Prime Minister gets excited
Not
about
just
it.
the Prime Minister.
Even Thandie.
The Prime Minister.
Thandie was just getting excited about seeing Cheggers as well.
I know, Swap Shop. That was from my youth, very much.
I know. Well, he's very much from our youth, and he hasn't aged very much, has he? GM.TV, by the way, if you enter the competition and want to find out who the winner is. Sorry, Thandie, I had to do the rest.
She was impressed with Cheggers' rippling muscles.
Rippling muscles.
He's kept himself in good shape.
That's right.
It's lovely to see you this morning. You were wowing the fans at the premiere of ROcknrolla last night. That must have been quite exciting.
Oh, it was fantastic. And when a film comes out that you love, there's nothing better. But also just to see the enthusiasm from the general public, and rightly so. It's a great movie. The energy and the thrills. And you can tell that all of us had a great time, and we did.
Having watched the film, the one thing that you got across, or I really came across, was you all must have had such a giggle.
We did. It was delicious.
And there you are. You play this very sexy, seductive accountant.
Thank you. Unintentional, of course.
Of course, yes. You did a very good job.
Trying to play a serious accountant.
Tell us a little bit about what Stella's doing in the film.
Well, it does seem that she's bored of the day job, and so rather than try and do something else like gardening, she turns to illicit dealings and ends up double-crossing a lot of very powerful people. And this is meant to be one of a few films. And Guy was already talking about the second movie when we were making the first one. So she will then go on to deal with what she has got herself into in the next movie. So it's left on a kind of cliffhanger for my character, which was great fun to play.
Very exciting. And you're playing opposite Gerard Butler as well.
I love Jerry.
Who you sort of give the runaround to.
Man, yeah.
We've got a little clip of the two of you together. This is when you approach him with the first proposal. It's great. Nothing more. It's great to see that there's a real sort of chemistry between the two of you as well as you give him the runaround. It must have been good fun working with Jerry.
It was really, really good fun working with Jerry, especially on something so slick and kind of stylish as this, because actually in between we were just having a complete hoot.
Because it's quite there's quite a saucy scene between the two of you as well. I mean, there's sort of the implication of what she wants. I mean, Stella certainly gets what she wants, doesn't she? And in the end, it's him.
Very, very manipulative. And she's dealing with, you'll obviously see what she's actually dealing with, which is this underworld of crime activity, and she just remains aloof above it all, watching from a distance. Didn't have to get dirty and bloody in this film.
No.
Unlike the others.
And it does get quite violent as well. I mean, there's sort of moments, but I think what Guy Ritchie does so well is he does the comedy with this sort of style of film, that gangster comedy flick.
Well, he makes them human. You know, everyone has a human side. Probably Stella less so than anybody else. She's pretty shut down and mysterious. But all the characters that you come across, 1, 2, Mumbles, you know, Handsome Bob, all these really colourful, charismatic characters that you just completely fall in love with.
And in terms of sort of what he brings as well, because you know lots of the speculation's been about this film because the last few films have been sort of, as he said to us last night, they've been lambasted because they haven't been particularly good. Quite a lot of pressure on him in terms of creating a film that's going to be as well received as Snatch and Lock, Stock were. And Lock, Stock was 10 years ago. Yeah,
I know, incredible. And he's sort of come around, but with all the wisdom and experience that he's gained through his work and his life. I mean, this film is incredibly sophisticated and very confident. You can tell it's a filmmaker who's absolutely in charge of what he's doing. And that's what he was like, but at the same time giving us the freedom to play and to really create characters that you just are drawn to.
He always seems very down to earth. I really feel for him, actually, because, you know, he's Madonna's husband, his last
That's not
two
such a bad
movies,
thing.
like,
I think he loves it.
And that sort of flop movie tag, which is so far from the truth, really, isn't it?
Well, what's beautiful about Guy, actually, is that he's very humble about his life. He seems incredibly grateful and happy about how things are, and he's married to a beautiful, soulful woman. And I don't think that he really senses any of the negative stuff that you're talking about. And I think if you start to buy into the media speculation, press, and so on, I think that would be a pretty difficult. Yeah, I think you just got to stay true to what you're actually, how you're living your life. And I think the way they live their lives is beautiful, and they have a great family, and that comes across when you work with him. He's kind and very, very, you know, there's a real sense of community and family on the set.
Generous, yeah.
He's just an easygoing, good person, and I loved it. I'm up for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th As long as the character can survive.
Hey, I'm going to be looking for a job soon, Thandie, as well.
Oh, yeah? I'll mention it on my love.
Me.
That's
Yeah, will
right,
you
Christmas.
give him my love and everything?
That would be a good Christmas
lovely
present.
guy. Thank you.
I'll mention
What would your gangster name be?
No, don't even go there.
Fifi
and don't
something.
say Vanessa.
It'd be the Gob or something like that. That's what it would be. Thandie, it's lovely to see you. Best of luck. Hopefully this one does well enough, and I know that the real ROcknrolla could be coming soon, and we could see the characters again. And you're playing Condoleezza Rice as well.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Which is going to be fascinating. So hopefully you'll come back and talk to us about that
as well.
I will
indeed,
it's
definitely.
great to see you. Thank you.
You too.
You can grab another glimpse of that ROcknrolla clip on the website, gm.tv.